Hello everybody! It's been a super long time since I've made a video, so I have my daytime off today. So I'm gonna make a video, and lots of exciting things have been happening. I've been meditating a lot more, which is always a good thing, but I'm really starting to really feel different about it. I suppose the last year especially, I've gone through a few changes which have forced me to look more honestly at myself and my life and the thoughts that go through my mind. And so I've been much more conscious about changing thoughts and underlying kind of beliefs about myself and about life. And so now I'm starting to really feel differently on like a cellular level. I feel like I have a lot more energy. I generally feel more positive about myself and about the future, and I really realize more deeply kind of the importance of daily meditation practice, or whatever you call it, whether it's meditation or tuning in or mindfulness or maybe prayer. It's I guess it's kind of more actively living spiritually, like living um, from your kind of inner guidance system, and not worrying too much about anything else, and kind of like totally being open and trusting the universe and trusting that inner guidance, and knowing wholeheartedly that it's going to guide you in the right direction. And ultimately we're just here to help one another and to live happy and joyful, and riding out the kind of storms, or riding out um, the emotions that don't feel so good. Those are just opportunities to grow and to learn. And I've realized actually that the negative stuff it's inside, and it's usually coming from like a false belief or a limited belief. And so if you let it rise up, and instead of projecting it outward, if you allow it to rise up and hold it and look at it and kind of acknowledge from within, you don't need this anymore, I don't need this anger, or I don't need this hatred, whatever it is. And then it goes, and sometimes you're more aware of it, and so it doesn't have any power over you, and it's not going to be dictating your behavior. So yeah, it's good. Everything's really good. Okay, let's just do a little yoga session. I'll be practicing with us. So we'll just sit in, get nice and quiet to start, sitting comfortably. And of course, we're just going to focus on the breath. The breath is going to guide us through the practice. So really not kind of putting any pressure on yourself to do anything or to be anywhere else but here and now. And by focusing on the breath, just allowing any unnecessary tension to fall away or to kind of release from the body. So as we sit in nice and quiet, it's just time to tune in, see how we feel, see if there's any tension we can just let go of, and hopefully get the mind into a nice kind of quiet space. Okay, so let's inhale, reach the arms up nice and tall. And then exhale, bring the palms together and rest them in front of the heart, maybe even touching into the chest. And this is always a nice time to deepen the breath, so more conscious, deep breathing. And I always like to remind myself to exhale fully and completely. So any stale air, any kind of leftover air can be properly released, and you can really feel the body's like deep contraction there and more willingness to let go. And this is also like the perfect time to just set a positive intention. I intend to be more peaceful, I intend to be more loving, and I intend to not judge myself ever. Okay, so let's release that. Interlock the fingers behind, palms are facing inwards, and gently inhale, reach the arms away, and then exhale, lengthen the body forward, fold. Just a few breaths here. And it's gotten colder, which is lovely. I'm loving this weather. It definitely kind of feels a little bit more stiff in the body, so some easy movement is always good to help bump it up. And then we'll gently release that, and then just come into a nice little twist, bringing that arm behind you, twist around to the side, couple nice breaths here. And then swing around to the other side, nice little twist. Just keeping it nice and easy is always the key, like flowing with the breath, let the breath guide you. And then a nice reach over to that side. Soften through the shoulders and just breathe deep to that side of the body so you feel stretched there, and then you go up and over to the other side, finding that length through the spine, and then exhale, just soften it. And there's no right or wrong, just, feeling into the body is really what it's all about. Our meditation, our yoga, whatever we're doing, just take more time to feel what's inside, the energy that's inside. But really, that's the inner guidance system, so that's what we want to be feeling. Okay, and a little bit of swaying here. This is a nice time to check in with the spine. And then we'll lift ourselves up to downward dog. And then just hold downward dog with the breath. So there's a nice lift and reach through the bum on the inhale. And then exhale, try to maintain that height, but then ground through the palms of the feet. Let's try a nice inhale, reach the right leg up. I like holding, I'm getting in, I don't know if it's change of weather or whatever, but just holding a position a little bit longer than normal. A few breaths to really feel into it. And then switch to the other side. My hands are greasy, I've just put motion on, so I must be aware of that. Sliding! And then we'll just release. I need to fix my thoughts going down. And then I'm going to inhale, reach the back out, and then bring the head down, fall into a nice half headstand. And hold it there. Breathing deeply, just allow the release to happen naturally in the arms and the shoulders. And then inhale, reaching up. And then we're going to come into a nice camel, so really gentle back bend here. I quite like to move with the back bend, so not kind of like getting into a position and rigidly holding it there, but breathing with it. So inhale, nice long spine, and exhale. Just so that it feels like I'm always creating space. I'm never pushing into anything. In fact, I'm continuously moving into the space that I've created from the inhale, or from the expansion there. So let's come back into downward dog, and then inhale, reach that leg up, exhale, step it forward, grounding the feet down, and then just really nice lightness in the body. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, take an opening to down or out, warrior two. Been doing that loads in classes, getting everything all mixed up. all my words, all my postures mixed up. Don't know what's going on there. And inhale, fall forward. And over there. Nice. And I'm just going to come up slowly and bring my feet into a nice wide leg forward bend. Maybe a bit of swaying is always nice. It always feels good to sway. Good, and then I'll come into my warrior two on that side, on my left side here. Just keeping it nice and open, feeling really strong right from the middle. So all the energy, all of our power sits right at the center of our body. And really the principle is that any position, anything you're doing, any movement at all is going to start from the center of the body. So we always want to feel like everything is reaching out and extending from there. Okay, and then let's just gently move it and twist up to the warrior one. Couple nice breaths here. And then exhale, I'm going to come down here on the other side, lower myself down to a nice plank, lift the legs. Inhale, open up to the upward facing. And exhale, downward dog. So now I'm going to have to do a sequence on the left side. So I'm going to inhale, the left leg reaches up, hitting the wall. And then exhale, step it through. Or let's come through a nice warrior one again. Inhale, reaching it up. And then exhale, opening it out. Just to feel nice and open here. Checking in. And now inhale, reach everything up. And exhale. So nice to focus on the breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. And then I'll just flow back with it. So I'm going to inhale, reach everything back. And then exhale to a lovely side angle so everything reaches across. And I'll do two more like that. Inhale, reaching back. And exhale, slide across. If you ever come to classes, you know that's the pretty normal sequence for me. So here again, I'm going to just transition all the way over, staying low, and end up back over the warrior to the other side. I'll inhale up, and exhale. Just feeling the breath. Inhale. So as I inhale, reach up, my feet really feel grounded down, and then I can exhale back. And inhale last time up. And exhale. Inhale, reach back. Lovely side stretch. Exhale, side angle. Reaching all the way, stretch to the wall. There, inhaling up and back. Exhale, side angle. And then inhale, reaching back. So good. Exhale, side angle. So really feel that opening. And then I'm just going to hang out back into the, maybe lift myself up. Breathe deep into the lower back. And then I'll just twist myself back around into warrior one, just taking a few little steps. Inhale, lift everything up. And then exhale. So there, we've done a cool little warrior sequence. Rock it out to release the back. And then exhale, sit back into child's pose. Good. And then thinking we'll just do a nice handstand. I'm still practicing my handstands. Well, I guess I'll always be practicing. But I'll shift my mat over against the wall. And then its mainly thing is like keeping it really easy in my mind. It's no big deal. I'm just going to give it a try. And pick up. See if I can catch myself there. And then just keep reaching those legs upward. And I know the wall is there to help. If I can feel some of the balance, it's always nice to get those legs reaching. still really have to focus as I practice the handstands. Okay, I'm going to come down and I'm just going to hug the knees in. Little twist out there. Slide out with the leg.
And if you're gonna do what you're gonna do, I wanna know why.
This position is a really nice position to hold for like a really long time. Sometimes initially the position feels pretty good, feels pretty comfy, and then like, the longer you hold it, you can feel this really like deep release. And of course it encourages a meditative mind, just for us to sit with things, potentially a little bit uncomfortable things, with a sense of peace and equanimity in our minds. So if you wanted to just hold this for like the next 10 minutes or something, it's also quite hopefully relaxing. But of course, if something ever it doesn't feel good, just leave it, walk away from it. And a nice little plow pose would feel good for me right now. If you hold on to the ankles and resist and kind of slowly lower your back down and like press up into the feet. Get a really nice deep back stretch there.
Who you wanna be, just take the ride. 'Cause there's no man below, no man above, no.
I love shoulder stand, absolutely love it.
And all to love,
so good, so good.
All to love, all to love, all to love.
So just this little bit here at the end that I'm doing, some of you are into my classes. What I've been doing at the end of pretty much every session is we'll use the last sort of like 5 minutes to intuit your practice. So obviously I've been kind of guiding us through some movement and a nice kind of yoga sequence, whatever it is. And at the end, it's always nice because we've kind of come to this space where we're all quite open, spacious, warmed up and limber. We're in a really good place to just listen to your body. That's into it. We're listening in for our own inner teacher and just letting ourselves move around. We have the intention that we're going to prepare the body for a nice open relaxation. And it's great because it frees me up and kind of throws it back into the people coming to classes to be like, your yoga is inside of you. It's not, we're not, separate in that sense, that we've all come together and it's great to have fun in the class. But ultimately, our own path to union is a very unique individual expression, and that's all it is. It's that every yoga teacher has come up with stuff that works well for them, and they move in their own unique way. But ultimately, every one of us has our own path and way into the light or way into union. And it's really great to kind of absorb all the stuff that you're meant to absorb and use. If it feels good, it's right. That's the right direction for you. If it's not feeling good, then that's your body telling you, that's not going to work for me. And that's all. That's really how the law of attraction is working. Is that we're attracting what we're resonating, or we're vibrating. So if something doesn't feel good and you decide like, oh, no, I should keep doing this, that, I'm meant to do this kind of work, or, somebody told me once that this is how it's supposed to work. your body is telling you that's not working for you. Don't do it anymore. And that's the whole thing of letting go, being willing to let go of what's not working for you. And hands up. Even with a yoga class, you might go to a yoga class, it doesn't feel good. It's not meant for you. There's other people that it might work for. Or yoga exercise at all. Maybe running is your thing, or maybe dancing is your thing, or trampolining. Whatever feels good, whatever makes your body feel light and feel vibrant and feel joyous, that's what's meant to work. And saying that, work on your mind, because really it's all in our mind. It's every experience we're having is that united mind thing. So if you're working on the physical stuff, man, work on your mind stuff, because that's just going to ramp up all the physical. Things are just going to fall onto your lap. Opportunities will just happen to appear. When your mind is thinking, I am light, I am love, I am attracting great opportunities at every corner. When you're giving yourself permission to think really light-filled, radiant thoughts, then you become radiant as well. And we're all here for that one purpose, is to be more light-filled, to be more happy, more joyous. And ultimately, I think, we're going to change the world if more of us start permissioning and more of us start following our bliss and following our passion and becoming that light-filled being. Then it's inevitable. That's it. That's what's going to happen. The whole world's just going to start to kind of lift up, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of that stuff going on out there, because it's not as powerful. That's it. That's just like basic science. The dark holds nothing against the light. It's nothing against the light. Like quite factually, the darkness won't stand. So yeah, just keep giving yourself permission to feel good, think good thoughts, and trust the process. If there's blocks inside of you, if there's any kind of guilt or any hatred or any darkness that is holding you down, trust the process. It will rise up. It will show up. Even recently, somebody said something to me that I was like, oh man, it made me feel really crap. And then I realized, oh my God, okay, that's a thought. That if you recognize the other as you, then I realized like that person is reflecting a belief I have about myself, and I don't want it anymore. I don't want to have that belief about the way that I look or that. So I'm going to let it go. And that has been a real boom, a real shift for me, is that suddenly I'm like, oh my God, I can be that person that I want so much to be in my mind. I just have to keep following the direction that I'm going in. Woo! Yeah! Ching ching! Okay, everybody, have a wicked, wicked day. Check out my website. Lots of love. Lots more, hopefully to come. And it's been a while, I know, but, time to reflect and do other stuff. And we'll see what happens next. I love you all. Peace to all. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste.